Hello, this is Dawn Petrill of Art at Dawn, and yesterday I gave you a tour of my studio. Today we're going to dig a little bit deeper and go into some bins and shelves and storage areas and kind of find out a little bit more about what I do here in the studio. So let's get started. Over here, I kind of promised you I would look in this bin with you. This is drawing materials. I have some other drawing materials in these bins over here, but these are ones that I can take with me while I'm sketching somewhere or doing a drawing or something like that. I guess they're more portable for me. So in the first drawer is all the pencils I have and erasers and things like that I'll need, all those things. This is my favorite pencil of all. It's a Blackwing. I love the lead in it, and the eraser, it actually comes out, or you can adjust it to get more of it, and then you can even put a refill in it. It's just a great pencil. So I have a couple different versions of that. My favorite eraser is a kneaded eraser, so you can get into all the little areas. I also kind of like these, nice white ones. I'm not a fan at all of pencil erasers. I hate how they smudge. So let's see, what else do we have here? Some marker sets. These are some odds and ends. This is kind of some watercolor sets. These are more portable watercolor sets that you can take with you, that are kind of in a travel tin, and you can kind of then you can put these little water containers, hook them on there. And also I have some of these brushes that you fill it with water inside of it, and then you could just use it, kind of push it out with the water in it. So those are handy. I have, regular ones as well, but those are nice to have. Some colored pencils and watercolor pencils. These are kind of like water containers and little cases and things like that I can use, tissues, things like that. My ink pens. This could probably get a little bit more organized, but I can only do so much, right? So one of my favorite pens is this Lamy pen, and it has kind of a fountain pen kind of nib to it, and you can take out the ink, you can refills, that's the word, refills, and some micro pens. I even have some regular pens in here, these Huntington ones. Those are really good too, just for regular pens. And here I have some colored pens here, and I have lots and lots of gel pens, white gel pens, that I use for my tone sketchbook. So you'll see later this week when you peek into my sketchbooks, you'll see how I use those. More sketching materials and what do you call it? The blending tools. So I have blending tools for drawing, and paper and stuff. There's more paper here. I have stickers in here. I use some stickers in my sketchbooks and things like that, washi tape. I have some, these are kind of like stencil-y things. I actually make some stencils sometimes. You can just use hot glue and put it on parchment paper or wax paper, and you can make your own designs. And that's kind of a nice way to make your own homemade. I mean, it doesn't last forever, but it's all just glue gun stuff. Tissue paper, other kinds of things. So what else over here? I have a little mask collection, and these are some of my recent finds. I got these in an estate sale, actually. So I'll show you a couple of other ones that I have around. I'm just always been fascinated with masks. My sketchbooks here, you'll see a little bit more about that. later on this week. And some of the prints that I've bought from artists that I admire. So I have some there. Over here, I told you yesterday that I had created this IKEA bin to hold paper, things like that. Here, I'll show you in there. I have all kinds of pads of drawing paper and watercolor paper and pastel paper, just, flat paper. I actually created these out of a rock, which I put a colored cloth over and rubber bands. These hold these down because I have windows right here and the paper likes to blow around, so they're kind of like my weight. I have some projects that I've done in the past, some kids classes projects, lots of old magazines. I use, sometimes I use like the letters in magazines or the colors in magazines. I don't usually use a lot of pictures because, of copyright. But if it's kind of well hidden, I'll use pictures as well. So over here, I'm going to show you this area. This is fun. This is my raw materials bins that I'll use in my paintings, just kind of embed things in. And here, so the first one, I think my signature now has become pistachio nutshells. I have plenty of those pistachio nutshells. Mylar balloons. And here I have more cardboard, corrugated cardboard, and puzzle pieces. I'll put those in. This is a great bin. This is a great shelf. This is all the, toys. It has dominoes, those monkeys, some cards, cowboys and Indians. So this is always fun to put in. Actually, I'm running low of Barbie shoes. So if anybody has a little girl or a bigger girl and you have any Barbie shoes, that's something I'm kind of running low of. Greeting cards, just odds and ends that I'll use. Sometimes I take out words from books and pamphlets and maps and things like that. All kinds of different papers, some sheet music paper and, candy wrappers and things like that. So anything can be used. In here, lots of bottle caps. I use a lot of those with buttons. These are good for stamping too. Things from milk containers and beads and, oh my gosh, yes. Glasses, I'm getting excited just looking at it. Keys, spools of thread. This is some sort of like OSU poker chip. I don't know how I got that. This is all kinds of like pom-poms and thread and, I don't even know what you call this. The bottom of, I don't know. Some of those things. These are more natural materials. I have more pistachio nutshells in here. I have, all kinds of more natural things, feathers, sticks, all kinds of great stuff. Okay, all right. Let's see. This is all my costume jewelry and beads. And there's a Hello Kitty necklace for my daughter. So yeah, that stuff kind of didn't come into my paintings too. You'll see some of that. And last but not least, some ribbon, lace, and more pom-poms and beads and all kinds of good stuff. So yeah, this is a great bin, and these wheel out. So when I'm putting together my canvases, I can kind of wheel these out and use those materials. Okay, what's next? I kind of showed you a little bit more about my, I showed you more about my palette area yesterday. This is, just so nice because it's a cart and I can wheel it out, and it's just all the things that I need to paint with. So all my my paints down here, and I sort them by dark colors and uh, wait, how do I want to say it? Warm colors and cool colors. That's kind of how I sort them. And I have lots and lots of like towels and sheets and things like that that I use to paint with instead of paper towels. I kind of showed you my palette box yesterday and my water, some extra, kind of nicer paints over here and brushes, lots of brushes. Over here, this is an area that's become like more of my like collections and mementos. Sometimes I dedicate a shelf to a particular person in my life. This one is dedicated to my father, who passed away about 10 years ago now. And so some of the, some things of his and things that remind me of him. My son is into Disney, so I have some of his Disney bands. I have a little greeting card kind of a collection. This is like Desert Storm playing cards that has like all the terrorists on there. Let's see what else. Went to my grandmother, passed away. My mom, and I know, Mom, you're watching this. Some of the things that you've given me. So just kind of like some doodads, and sometimes I use them as for drawing. Sometimes it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of good to come over here and take a look at things and remember people. Here I have a little bit of a Day of the Dead collection. I just have this fascination with Day of the Dead. I love the it's just so colorful and whimsical, and I don't know, there's just something about it. So I mean, it's not, it's not a huge collection or anything, but just some objects that I've had over the past about, the Dia de los Muertes. More masks over here. I forgot to show you those other masks in the other corner. I'll have to go back and show you, but some things that I've collected there. And here, while I'm thinking about it, I'll take you back over here, and these two masks in the corner. So the one in the bottom is, I think it's some sort of like Chinese or Polynesian mask I found in a garage sale. And the top one is actually one I made in high school. We were doing like a raku kind of workshop, clay workshop, and I made a mask of myself. So that's me as I was, I don't know, 15, I don't know. So we'll come back over here. These are rugs. They're like indoor-outdoor rugs. And the floor that you see in my studio is usually covered by these when I'm working. It's just nice to be able to just roll them out, and if I get anything on them, I can kind of wash it off or whatever. All these bins of different, art supplies. I'll come in closer so you can see more, watercolors and ribbon, fabric scraps, pastels, craft supplies, craft paints, duct tape, markers, colored pencils, cleaning supplies, hardware, tape, stencils. Here, I'll open up one. You can see my stencils. I know I had some others before, but I'll say sometimes I use stencils in my work, and sometimes I'll create some, so you can see that one was created, so just different things that I use. Oil pastels. I love oil pastels. Glue guns and the glue gun sticks, stamps. So, and then I have some down here. I have some printmaking supplies. I have a lamp that I need to put together. I think you saw over here. I was talking about those all the demo paintings that I have, and actually I threw out a couple. Well, I'm going to reuse the canvases, but I just have so many from over the years. So um, lots of books. I love art books. These are more like business kinds of books, art books, and binders. So when I take like a course, I'll have a binder of all the materials that's in the course. Down here, some books that I there were a pile on my desk, so I had to put them somewhere. But these are books that are in my to be read pile, although right now they're not a pile. Extra supplies down here. So what else can I show you? I don't know if you want to see inside my file cabinets. They're pretty messy, but lots of paperwork from over the years. Up here, I have some more artwork that I've collected from artists that I admire. Mostly prints. And then the one on the far right is one that it's a print from one of my paintings. And these are some artists that I admire that, some of them they made magnets of their work. So I think that's about it. But if you guys have any questions about anything or comments or, anything like that, feel free to comment on below this video when I post it. And and you'll be entered to win a door prize if you do. So there's even more. But also I want to encourage you to also, ask me any kind of questions. I'm going to have a question and answer kind of session at the end of this week. So any kind of questions you have, feel free to ask them, and I'll see if I can answer them. And tomorrow I'll be getting more into some of the artwork that you see of mine and talking more about those, some of those pieces and what they're about and how I do them and things like that. So stay tuned tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.